hard to describe me. In a word, I'm driven. I'm driven. And I tend to hit a project at a time really hard and then back off and get the next one. And that can be really bad because it doesn't give you continuity sometimes, but I find it gives you clarity. Coming back to the bones of a story I wanted to write, 6 months or a year after I made my first notes, the story had defined itself, gelled, characters had taken shape in my head. And when you start to write them down, you know who they are. You're just describing them. You're not trying to think, who is this person? You know by now. The commonality between the things I work on is it's varied and it traces through time as well. I started with a podcast about trains on iTunes. That led me into film and television. Film and television led me to some film friends and encouraged me to write screenplays and books. And that has led me back to now being an editor for a train anthology that's coming out. And they're all connected. In Mayan, the first book in the Linnea series, I've taken some brand new technologies and some ancient technologies and combined them. Whether or not, I'm trying to think if I did it on purpose or not, it seemed logical. Plato imagined or recounted this incredible city Atlantis, and in it were these 3 rings. So when I turn it into something else that requires a great deal of power, it seems to me if I've got rings, they should turn and form a generator. Well, it might have seemed that way to them too. It was made of 3 different metals. That does sound like a generator. They use different metals to get the, field coils and the working. So it just seemed logical to me that was, well, we need power. We have this thing. We need power. I have done 1,000 jobs, which I think makes me a really good writer. I've had a bit of experience in a lot of fields, and I've done a few of them for a while. I tend to go in and learn everything and do my best until it's unappreciated, which sometimes if there's a lot of people, it's soon. Get that kid out of here, he's mucking up our system.